In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NFL games happening on October 12, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Los Angeles Chargers versus Miami Dolphins. The Los Angeles Chargers head to Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday to face the Miami Dolphins in what feels like a crossroads game for both sides. It's difficult to have much faith in the Chargers right now after a pair of underwhelming outings, and the cross-country trip for an early kickoff rarely helps a West Coast team's chances. Still, the Dolphins are hardly an appealing option either, fresh off a collapse in which they squandered a 17-point lead to the Panthers. Miami's inability to establish a running game and its historically poor defensive performances make them tough to back in this spot. Without Tyreek Hill stretching defenses vertically, the Dolphins' offense becomes far too predictable and loses its big play identity. The Chargers haven't been sharp lately, but this matchup offers a prime chance to reset and capitalize against a struggling opponent. With rumors of staff shakeups brewing in Miami, the home team's situation looks increasingly unstable. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Chargers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Chargers continue trending toward low-scoring games, having gone under the total in 4 of their 5 contests this year. Injuries along the offensive line and backfield depth issues have limited their scoring potential, making sustained drives harder to come by. Meanwhile, the Dolphins' offense lacks its usual explosiveness without Hill, and their defense, though far from elite, has shown marginal improvement, keeping opponents below 30 points in consecutive weeks after a brutal start. Given both teams' recent scoring struggles and personnel concerns, this matchup sets up well for another under. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Browns versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Cleveland returned stateside from London after a heartbreaking last-second loss to Minnesota, now set to visit Pittsburgh for a divisional clash with the rested Steelers. The Browns fell to 1-4 following a 21-17 defeat as 3.5-point underdogs, marking the 5th time this season they've been held to 17 points or fewer. Rookie quarterback Dillon Gabriel impressed in his first NFL start, throwing 2 touchdown passes, while running back Quinshon Judkins recorded his first 100-yard game with 110 rushing yards. The challenge for Cleveland is the short turnaround and the effects of international travel, especially against a Pittsburgh team coming off a bye. The Steelers improved to 3-1 with a 24-21 win over Minnesota 2 weeks ago in Ireland, with all 3 victories this season coming on the road. Quarterback Aaron Rodgers has been sharp in those wins, tossing 7 touchdowns to just 1 interception, though he did throw 2 picks in the lone loss to Seattle. Cleveland's defense continues to be a bright spot, ranking 4th in the league in passing yards allowed, though interceptions have been scarce with just 2 on the year. Last season, the home team won both meetings between these American Football Conference North rivals, with Cleveland taking the first in a late 24-19 thriller and Pittsburgh dominating the rematch 27-14. The Browns haven't won it at Chrysler Stadium since 2020 and have lost 3 of their last 4 there by double digits. Still, their defense has kept them competitive, and with public sentiment likely leaning heavily toward the Steelers due to the rest disparity, the value may lie with Cleveland to once again keep things tight. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cleveland Browns to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Cleveland enters second in total defense and first against the run, while Pittsburgh sits near the bottom of the league offensively, 29th overall and averaging just 80 rushing yards per game. Expect the Browns to shield their rookie quarterback with a conservative, ground-heavy approach, while Rodgers faces a secondary that hasn't allowed a 300-yard passer in 33 straight contests. Both teams are likely to emphasize field position and clock management, minimizing risk and limiting scoring opportunities. Historical trends further suggest a low total. Pittsburgh has gone under in 10 consecutive games before a Thursday matchup, and Cleveland is 11-1 the under against opponents coming off a bye. Defensive football should define this one, with both teams built on physical defense and deliberate tempo, plus the potential for tricky weather and shaky kicking from long range. This matchup shapes up as a gritty, low-scoring affair. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Seahawks versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The Seattle Seahawks travel to Jacksonville for a marquee Week 6 showdown between two of the NFL's hottest teams. Both squads enter in strong form, with Jacksonville sitting at 4-1 after a dramatic win over Kansas City, while Seattle has thrived under Sam Darnold, winning 3 of its last 4. The lone blemish came in a shootout where the Seahawks still managed 35 points. As good as Jacksonville's record looks, the underlying performance doesn't quite match the surface-level success. Despite pulling off a thrilling 3-point comeback over the Chiefs, that victory required near perfection down the stretch, and Seattle, right now, is arguably playing at a higher level than Kansas City. The Jaguars' other wins deserve scrutiny. They beat a struggling Panthers squad, a reeling Texans team in an ugly 17-10 contest, and a 49ers side that rushed Brock Purdy back too soon from injury, with Trevor Lawrence underwhelming, averaging only 6.3 yards per attempt with a 6-5 touchdown-to-interception ratio. This feels like a prime sell-high opportunity on Jacksonville. Darnold, meanwhile, has been remarkably efficient, ranking among the league's top quarterbacks at 9.3 yards per attempt. Seattle's 2 losses were close calls against quality opponents, San Francisco and Tampa Bay, both by 4 points or fewer. Coming off an exhausting Monday night win, Jacksonville faces a quick turnaround, and all signs point towards Seattle having the upper hand. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Seahawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Seattle games have been fireworks from start to finish, with the Seahawks scoring at least 31 points in 3 of their last 4 outings. Their defense hasn't kept pace, giving up 38 points last week to a short-handed Buccaneers team missing key offensive weapons. Jacksonville, too, has found itself in high-scoring battles, including a 31-28 shootout against Kansas City, and has posted 26 or more points in 4 of 5 contests this season. Darnold continues to play at an elite level, torching Tampa Bay for 10 yards per attempt and 4 touchdowns with just 6 incompletions in his most recent outing. Remove his tentative Week 1 start, and his numbers rival the best in football. Jackson Smith-Njigba has emerged as a legitimate star, leading Seattle in receiving every week so far. With both offenses firing and neither defense showing the ability to consistently get stops, this matchup screams shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Rams versus Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore looks set to be without Lamar Jackson again as they try to stop the slide against the Los Angeles Rams. Cooper Rush appeared completely overmatched in last week's blowout loss to Houston, and it is obvious Jackson was the glue holding a team now leaking on both sides of the ball. The defense has been just as problematic as the offense, most recently getting torched by a Texans unit that had been struggling to move the ball earlier in the season. On top of missing Jackson, the Ravens will be without Chidobe Awuzie and Roquan Smith, and Zay Flowers is doubtful. Rush is coming off a 3-interception disaster, and the Rams have been sharp of late. Los Angeles is 3-2 but could easily be 5-0. Their only losses were a last-play blocked kick returned for a touchdown to the Eagles and an overtime field goal loss to San Francisco. Matthew Stafford has been playing at an elite level, throwing for 389 yards and 3 touchdowns last week and 375 the week before, proving the veteran still has plenty left. The last time the Rams were heavy favorites, they took care of business with a 14-point road win over Tennessee, and I expect them to do likewise here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Rams to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Los Angeles looks destined for another high-scoring affair since Stafford is playing like his old self while the defense has shown vulnerability. Last week they allowed Mac Jones to put up 26 points, and they have also given the Eagles their best offensive performance of the season. Rush is not as hopeless as last week made him look, With the Cowboys last year, he posted a 12-5 touchdown to interception ratio. I think he will manage just enough to help push this game over the total because the Rams should be able to score regularly. Baltimore's defense has been a massive disappointment, and losing Roquan Smith and Chidobe Awuzie only makes matters worse. Shockingly, the Ravens have surrendered at least 37 points in 4 of their 5 games, the lone exception being the Browns. I don't love taking the over with Cooper Rush under center, but that is the play I am making here. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.